Aloha money magnets and master traders. NVDA CEO talking about robots likely to be multi-trillion-dollar field. As a lot of you guys know, NVDA reported earnings after market, and so far it's gapped up about $7 from where it closed today. And based on its action in the aftermarket for SPY, it looked like it wants to follow NVDA to the moon. I mean, AI, robots, all that happy stuff. But for Uncle Charters, it's all about the price action. Now, I wanted to talk to you guys about that 588 level. Kind of had a false breakout setup on the daily chart, but throw all that out the window when you got earnings. Anything can happen. You guys see right now, NVDA was bullish. I'm guessing it's helping SPY and QQQ out. I tell you this, the last pivot high of this uptrend was at 595.5-ish. If SPY could stay above 595.5 and turn that level into a support level, I do favor we're going to hit 600 or beyond. Above 595.5, guys. Get bullish, stay bullish, 600 or beyond. And once again, can't just give you guys the bull case scenario. I must give the bear case scenario and keep this unbiased. I don't want to call a top unless we get a false breakout setup or we break down a major critical level. You guys notice this uptrend line still intact since Tuesday. Today, it stayed intact, followed by a gap up. Question is, will this uptrend continue? So far, it's looking like the answer is yes. But for me, the price action must confirm tomorrow and Friday by staying above 595.5 and going for those higher levels. Because if we break back down 594, if we break back down 592, that should send us back down to 590 and 588. Now, we broke down 588 today, but NVDA's earnings canceled that setup out. Took them out. But notice that the uptrend line slopes upwards. Breaking down 588 tomorrow would mean an official breakdown of this uptrend line. And that is what the bears need. Preferably with volume. But I tell you this, if bulls want to go up, they definitely have the strength to do it. The trend is on their side. And you know what they say, the trend is your friend. QQQ finally got above the 522 level, but that's only in the aftermarket, not official on the daily chart. I tell you this, if it can stay above 522 level, Unco will remain bullish. And because I'm bullish, I'd probably be leaning towards buying calls on breakout or resistance, or maybe buying calls on false breakdown setups. From here, Uncle does have 529 as a resistance, but supports at 527, 525. If bears want a pullback back down to 522, those are the levels that must fail. And back below 522 would be one heck of a false breakout setup, aka bull trap. But if we can clear 529, stay above 522 lowest, clear 529, more upside incoming, 540 plus incoming for QQQ. Bullish above 522. I wouldn't get back to being bearish unless we break back below. NVDA. Here's the star of today's show. 139 is the level to watch. That's a macro level fib level. I had to zoom out today. Above 139, remain bullish. The uptrend that we had since early April continues. But below 139, good chance we get a gap and crap. Could send us back down to the downside. 137, 135, 133.5, 132, and 130.6 will all be back in play. Lots of gaps to the downside. Lots of reasons to head back down. But it won't matter for the reasons unless the what plays out. And the what is the setup. 139 must fail as support. 137 must fail as support if we're going to get a pullback. Otherwise, stay bullish above 139. We should keep on going up. We're next resistant at 142, 143.5, and 145. If those levels clear, there's a good chance we head up to 150 and my 153 fib level. Very similar to the SPY with the false breakout setup on the daily chart. Got canceled out thanks to earnings. I guess NVDA's earnings affected Tesla. Gapping back up here. I do have next resistance at 365. It held well today. 365. But if it clears tomorrow, then today's selling pressure doesn't matter. Put in 368, 370, 371.3 or higher in play. If we want to get bearish, we get bearish when support at 363 and the fib level of 361 both fails tomorrow. Now you're looking at this candle, but Unco, it did fail. It failed today. Well, we had earnings. Had a catalyst. Sometimes those catalysts, they make stuff happen. Rug pull, bear traps, bull traps. It's all manipulated. But I'm not expecting any other major earnings that could affect the market the way NVDA can. So, if we break down 363 and 361 again, that would make today's breakdown intact. It would keep it valid, and it should push us much lower, down to 359, 355, 350, and 348.5ish. All will be back in play. Here is coin getting some follow through. We broke down that rising wedge, back tested as a resistance, getting some follow through. It even broke down 257.5, but like everything else is gapping up. Keep an eye on that 257.5 because if we break back below it tomorrow, that keeps today's breakdown intact. Does that make sense? Get bearish below 257.5. That will put 256, 254, 250 or lower in play. And I do think lower is possible. But above 257.5, well, it could be a false breakdown setup. Put in 264, 265.5, 270, and there's a much higher chance we go hit 271.3 or higher in play to the upside. Be ready for anything. And here is the VIX. Got a little uptrend line here. A little small one. Little small one. And the breakdown of that level is around 18.7. I also have a fib level around 17.7. Those two levels fail. Could get some more downside on the VIX. But if it's finally a bounce time, could be bearish for SPY. But if it's finally a bounce time, 20.5 and 23 still are the levels to clear to get Uncle Charters bullish. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This is what I have for you guys today. Remember, follow the price action. It's the money magnetic thing to do. Peace.